Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to the Flo Studio. How's everyone doing? My name is Danny. Sam is here. Chess is here. And if it's your first time joining us, well, welcome. We appreciate you for being here. Absolutely grateful for you and hope you're having a great Tuesday and I hope you're having a great start to your week. But we are going to be crafting today. But if you did not know, we want to go ahead and thank you for joining us on this live. And we're live on Instagram and TikTok. Hopefully it stays that way. But we just finished a live on our Facebook group and YouTube channel. If you missed it, don't worry, you can go and rewatch it on our YouTube channel. If you were there, thank you for joining us there. We do appreciate it. And if you're here, thank you for jumping on this one. Like you said, we have a whole different crafting live for you guys that Sam's going to go ahead and craft with you guys in a bit. And we are going to be crafting on our new 20-ounce powder-coated tumblers that are going to come out tomorrow. They're going to be available for you guys on our site. So don't miss out on that. If you guys were waiting for that, make sure you guys have your alert set up because tomorrow is the day. Onzas van a salir handles, no sé cómo es Spanish, but handles electroplated que van a ser para engravar. So we're also getting 2 new electroplated tumblers, 20 ounce, that you can go ahead and engrave. But yeah, should be a lot of cool things going on tomorrow. You should be excited. Huh? Manejar? That's drive.
It says handle, manage, drive.
No, eso no es. So again, tomorrow's the day. Hopefully you guys are excited for it because we are. We've been waiting for this day for a while. Again, thank you guys for joining us on this live, and wherever you're watching, we appreciate it. If you're on TikTok, make sure you're tapping the screen and getting those hearts, and make sure you're sharing the live, that we can get more crafters in here as well. Español de MakerFlo, Amor to Create. Fantástico. Fue en vivo, un live. Yeah. What else? Sam.
Everybody's really excited. People are saying can't wait for tomorrow morning. And then also I have been told agarraderas.
That sounds familiar.
None of the other words
They were the option.
in the list. Like I was like looking to see and I'm like, oh, I should check the comments. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Again, so if you missed it, tomorrow is the day. We have our new 20-ounce powder-coated tumblers that are going to be available in 10 different colors with 10 different handles and 2 electroplated. This is what I crafted with on the first live here. We went ahead and we UV-DTF, this way, on it here, and then we did another one there, and then just to try it out, we went ahead and did the bottom and showed how easy it was to do it. So, and again, thank you to Ninja Transfers, who you could actually go ahead and order straight from our site and they will deliver straight to your front door. But these designs were made from Ninja Transfers. So, eso lo de Ninja Transfers, que ahora lo website de MakerFlo y se lo van a su casa. So yeah, again, 10 different colors. Tomorrow is the day. What else, Sam? Anything else?
If they don't know the buzzwords, they should.
You should know. Saben la palabra? Do you guys know the buzzword? I hope you guys do because we want a winner and hopefully you get the chance to win. So make sure you know it. Yes, what else?
Someone asked in Spanish if the black tumblers are for sublimation.
Para sublimar, estos van a ser UV-DTF.
Karen, you shouldn't post it for people. Now they have a better chance of winning.
Oh no. Sam ahorita en este live. So
I think she's just excited. She's won before and she wants other people to listen. Not someone else to say it. So you guys don't say it.
You guys can't say the word.
Guest joins.
You guys can't say the word.
They're freshly back from China and they'll be here shortly. But if you know the word, which I know at least 2 of you do, just wait until you see them and then say it.
Awesome. Okay. Well, hopefully you guys know it by then. And don't forget, again, if you guys know it, don't say it. Let's get the opportunity to get someone else. And what happened? Did we forget how to play this game already? A week? Like it's only been a week, guys. And
we played it last week.
I know, that's what I'm saying. We played it last week. It's been a week. We didn't forget how to play. But all right, guys. Anyways.
We're prepping you for the test ahead.
No, not yet. Not yet. You got a little bit ahead of yourself, but it's okay. It's fine. Hopefully, when the right time comes, you guys will say it, and hopefully we get a winner. Yes, what else?
So Anna's asking a really good question about epoxy.
Okay.
So she's asking how long does it take to dry? She hasn't had a chance to try it yet. I mean, it depends. If you're asking for epoxy in general, it depends on the epoxy itself.
Mm-hmm.
For our Flo epoxy, it's going to take anywhere between 2 to 4 hours to dry in between the layers, and then for a full cure, it's 24.
Awesome. That's fast. That's pretty fast if you ask me. Yeah, if you ask me, that's pretty fast. So hopefully that helped and answered your question. What else? What's
Betsy's
up?
Here.
Hey, Betsy.
Hello.
How are you? I was telling everybody, estaba contando y el de MakerFlo en español. So Yes, if you haven't subscribed to Betsy's channel, what are you waiting for? Shame on you. Go subscribe to all of our channels as well, because then there'll be double shame on you guys. So make sure you guys are subscribed to those channels. Yes.
Okay, so they're all laughing now about the buzzwords. So, okay, just as a reminder, so you want to know the buzzword when you get onto the live, and then don't say it till you see Mark or John, and then when you do, the first one to say it wins the 500 Flow rewards.
Hopefully you guys got that. Hopefully we'll see. But yeah, absolutely. So I hope you guys again are excited for tomorrow. We are 10 colors, 10 handles, 2 electroplated. They're all going to be available for tomorrow. And I'm going to tell you this right now and here and then. Do not wait. Don't take long, because I have a feeling that these are going to go out really, really fast. So don't be the last ones. If you haven't signed up, or if you haven't, you can go to the product page, sign up for the alert, and it will alert you the minute it's in stock and it's released. That's with every product and stuff, but especially tomorrow. Yes, Jesse, what's up?
My friend Liz is on TikTok and said hello.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for watching that TikTok.
From Indiana.
Nice, Indiana. What part of Indiana? Thank you guys for watching. Again, let's TikTok, if you're in there, go ahead and tap away and let's share it. Let's share the live. Let's get more crafters in here in this live. Yes.
Our friend Rosanna from Copper Cuts here.
Hi, Rosana, ¿cómo está? Again, keep tapping away. TikTok, keep sharing it. Let's get this live on the way. What else?
Jocelyn said she's excited. And then Betsy said the new tumblers are amazing. Grab the handles too.
There you go. You heard it from Betsy. But yeah, absolutely. What else? What's up? What?
First, Raina says, hi, Sam, Danny. And then Ryan says, got my alarm set and new batteries in the mouse. Is your alarm a mouse?
That'd be pretty cool if it's a mouse.
Ready to start clicking.
Oh, start clicking. That's another way too of seeing that. Yeah, awesome. Great. But yeah, I think I am going to stop talking and I'm going to hand it off, because you're here to watch some crafting and your crafter here is about to start. So enjoy the live and enjoy the crafting with Sam.
All right, thank you. Got it.
Cynthia said hello.
Hey, Cynthia.
And on Copper Cut said hello as well.
And then I saw that she said that we're a great team. We appreciate that. We're only as good as our weakest member. So we all must be pretty cool, right? I'm putting on my little microphone right now, guys. But today I'm going to mix some more stuff with epoxy. We're going to throw some UV resin in the mix if we get there. But we're just going to have some fun with the new tumblers. So first thing that I want to do, of course. I'm probably jinxing myself right now, but I put new batteries in my mouse when I got it. And I'm like, when will this expire? And it's been good. I feel like it's been months, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure it's going to die tomorrow promptly because I said that. Hi, Jocelyn. And then, oh, there's Joe and Sol again. Hey, guys, how's it going? And hola, Sol, if you're listening, we appreciate you. But yeah, we're going to get into some epoxy today. So great questions, Anna. That's what we'll be working with. First thing, though, I need your guys' help. So I have 2 tumblers right here, 2 brand new 20-ounce skinnies that are going to be coming out again tomorrow, 8 a.m. PST. What color should I do? So I grabbed a pink one, I grabbed a yellow one, and I've got some really cool chunky and fine glitters next to them to kind of mix to show you why you would do something like this, like why you'd want to use the powder coated versus a stainless steel. So let me know, pink or yellow, first one with 3 votes is going to win. And I'm just grabbing my sandpaper. I wasn't hiding from anybody. Okay, there we go. So let me know and we will vote. But yeah, yellow. Okay. Okay, of course. Well, I mean, we're not going to put handles on them because they'll be drying still. Nope. I'm asking what tumbler you want to see. Pink one?
Yeah, I think pink one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got 2 on Instagram.
All right. How about I'll do you guys a solid and let's mix all of the colors. All right. Let's do all 4 of them that I have out with the pink tumbler. How about that? Let's have some fun with it. So first I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side and I'm going to just knock that handle over, but they're strong, so it's fine. And I will say to you guys, what's really neat is we're also going to use the one that we worked on last week, and we're going to put a little twist on it. So you'll see what I mean when we get there. But let me go ahead and prep my pink cup. So these brand new cups are going to come with, of course, the matching straw, and then it's going to have a care card inside. I will tell you, when I did my show over the weekend, I actually sold a few tumblers. And what was really cool is when I sold the tumblers, I mentioned, hey, hand wash only, but don't worry if you forget, there's a card inside that tells you how to take care of it. Everyone was just amazed by, you did that? I'm like, no, but the company I work for, they're really cool. They did that. So it's a really nice feature. Yes, Jesse. I can't reach much further. Okay, excellent. All right, cool. I'll just lean all the way over this table. Thanks, Jesse. All right, so here we go. We're gonna, is it? Great, okay. So we have this here. Now what we're gonna do is first we're gonna sand it, okay? So I'm gonna move my little parchment papers away. Those are to save my glitter later on. And I'm just gonna put one of my little silicone, oh, this is still filled with glitter. One of my silicone mats that is filled with glitter from the last time I did this out on the table. Perfect. Yes, Jesse.
They are loving the colors, both of them.
Aren't they great?
Yeah, they're really loving the pink as well.
Awesome. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna sand the cups. Now, guys, the reason why I'm sanding is we are working with epoxy, and epoxy wants a rough surface to cling to. So we're gonna just go ahead and rough this up a little bit. That way we go ahead and we get rid of that really smooth finish and just give that epoxy something to cling to. You don't have to do a whole lot. You just really need to rough it up a little bit. So once you see little scratches, things like that, you're good to go. So I feel pretty good about this. I'm gonna go ahead and just, yeah, I think that's about it. So we're good on sanding. We'll go ahead and set that down. I'm gonna wipe it off with just like a damp rag. Do that really quick. Yes, please, thank you. I was gonna just finagle something. But yeah, so we'll just wipe it off with a damp rag. You don't want it to be soaked or anything like that. You just wanna go ahead and remove any debris that might be clinging to the cup. So we'll go ahead and once I get that rag, we will start wiping it down. But yeah, let me know if we have questions along the way, guys. We're happy to answer those for you as well.
All right, it looks like we have a guest.
We have a guest. Who is it?
See who it is.
Is it Danny again? Hey, I barely recognize this guy. Fresh from
I know.
China.
I've been gone for too long.
How's it going over there, John?
It's going good. It was good timing. You guys are doing this live, and I decided to come down and check up on the 20-ounce skinnies. I know you guys have been going live with it, right?
Mm.
So I'm just going bay to bay, making sure all the inventory's in here, what we got, what we don't got, and just getting ready for tomorrow's launch.
How's it looking over there? Colorful?
I think so. Certainly does. We got blacks on black, and we got all these. Well, I think the fun thing about our picking is it's so colorful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we got all these tumblers ready to go. We got cases ready to go. You know, hoping to see some build up pallets, build up bundles. I think it's pretty exciting. So, I'm really excited to see what people do with the color combinations we have with the skinnies now with the handles. So, we got the handles handles ready to go too. So all these handles are ready to picked and packed for everybody.
I will say it looks really colorful, like everything that you're walking through. It's super neat to see. Jesse, we have a question?
So a couple things. We do have our winner. It was New York Creations.
Good job, New York Creations.
Thank you.
Right. That's exciting.
I was gonna say, John, everyone is very excited about the skinnies. They can't wait for them.
Absolutely. Same here. So it's 8 a.m. PST, right? Are we still 3
That's
hours
right.
behind?
So it's 9 a.m. our time, 8 a.m. PST. So, but don't worry, I've been letting them know if they're confused with the time zones, they don't need to be. They could just click notify me on the product listing, and they're going to get an email as soon as that product is available.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's the best thing to do is to get on the email notification.
But yeah, so definitely recommend that. I will tell you the one question we're hearing more than anything, John, is sublimation.
Yeah. So fun fact, sublimation 20-ounce skinnies that you can interchange with the handles. We should be having those in stock, I'm hoping by the end of this month.
Oh, wow. That's news
Yeah.
to me, guys.
Yeah. Well, it was news to me as of like yesterday too. So, but yeah, we just found out that it's like almost here. So that's kind of exciting that we're going to be making that, switch to the new skinnies. So I think the old skinnies, the push top, if you like those, there's like a few of those left. So grab them if you like those, but probably towards the end of the month, we're going to switch over to the screw tops, and then you'll be able to buy the multiple handle colors to go along with the sublimation.
Well, I know Jen was asking about that. A few others were also interested. So hopefully you guys are excited about that answer. I know I'm pretty excited about that. That's super cool. Great to hear. Any other comments from anyone, Jesse?
Everyone can say how beautiful and that they love the colorful boxes.
I see so many like heart eyes and things like that.
They're really excited, like everybody.
I wanted to ask something before. I don't want the person to leave, but someone asked, what grid of sandpaper are you using?
220.
220. So
Yeah.
if you're still in the chat, it's 220. Hopefully you're still there.
Yeah, that was actually our winner.
Awesome. Nancy. Awesome. Cool. Well, great job. I know you're busy, John, especially with just getting back. Is there anything else you want to share? Any other insider info? You want to tell them you missed them? How was China, by the way? Yeah.
China was awesome. We have so much content. Mark's actually uploading videos upstairs, and we recorded 377 videos.
Wow.
And the computer just kind of told him like, yeah, screw off. And so he's trying to figure out what didn't load because it's not uploading like half the videos. So he's currently fighting with the computer. But we have so much content and we have so much good content and some exciting stuff. Hammers are loaded and they're gonna be here like in 30 days, which is super exciting. We like finalized that while we were there, so we have a bunch of content for that coming. And then the hamburger set and a few other things. The knife set, which I'm most excited about as well. So there's like a lot of new things. Mark and I also basically approved like I think somewhere north of 15 or 20 more new products. So
Wow.
there's gonna be a lot of new stuff coming like in the next probably 3 months or 4 months that is gonna be unique to sort of our industry. So yeah, keep a lookout. Keep a lookout on join what is it, John and Mark Instagram page too if you guys want some behind the scenes product stuff. We're posting a lot of cool stuff on John and Mark on our Instagram, and you guys are sharing it as we go. So if you guys want some fun insider stuff, like I just posted about our patent pending handle and the first drawing I made of it on there. So that's kind of we share some fun things. So make sure you follow us on there. But that's it. I think there's a lot more stuff, and I don't think this live is for me to take over, but I'll let you guys be. I'll let you guys keep doing what you're doing, and yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions, and we can maybe tackle it next live.
One more question I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
The laserette line. Are we still looking late October?
Laserette. What are we in September? What is it? September?
We are in September. That is correct. The 16th.
Yeah, it's gonna be like late October. Yeah, it's gonna be like end of October probably.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you guys got all the insider info here directly from John. So when it doesn't happen, just reply to that email. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
but thank you
comes
so
to me.
much, John. We
Absolutely.
really appreciate you.
Sounds good, guys. Enjoy.
Awesome. Take care.
See you.
But yeah, you guys heard it first right from John. What's coming up next? Sublimation will be available for the 20-ounce skinnies soon. We're looking at the end of this month, potentially a little bit after. Just depends on when everything gets here. But yeah, lots of new stuff coming our way. All right, guys. So let's get back into it because I want to try to get 2 cups going here. So we'll see how far we get, right? Okay, so first we're going to need to mix up our epoxy, get all of our glitters ready. So I got my little cup for my epoxy here. I'm going to double check that all of these are open because once I've got my epoxy mixed, I remember you only have a 5-minute, well, you only have a 15-minute work time technically after you've mixed. So we want to make sure everything's ready to go. That way when we start, we'll go ahead and actually have it all ready. So first, I want to let you guys know I picked out these 2 pink colors because they match so well with this pink cup. So the advantage of using a powder-coated cup instead of stainless is you won't have to paint them. You can use that color to match your glitter. That way you already have half of the work done for you. You don't have to wait for the dry time, all that jazz. What's up, Jesse?
Can we make the powder-coated mug with the gold base?
Oh, so like the mugs, but with electroplating? We can definitely look at that. I know it's not scheduled anytime soon. I will tell you that right now. The best thing to do to actually get your messages right to the man who was just on the screen is to email sales@makerflo.com. My friend Mel, who we're talking about in the last live, she is super amazing. And she actually saves all those ideas and goes over them weekly with the guys. So those ideas definitely go somewhere. And that's probably the best place to do it because the more time they see that pop up, the more likely it's going to happen. So definitely get those requests in there. Okay, guys? All right. So I showed you the pink colors. I want to show you the yellow one too, just to kind of give you an idea. But yeah, so basically when you're using the coating that matches pretty close to your glitter, you don't have to pre-spray with spray paint, things like that. Because people will do that as like a time saver. It's basically like one of those hacks that you learn of, hey, if I do it at this color, then I won't have to really worry so much about my coverage. It kind of saves you a little bit of time. For an example, we used this green one last week, and because the Northern Lights that we used as glitter matched pretty closely with the green, just one coating of glitter, and you can't even see any of the green underneath it. Like this is perfect. So something like this, that's why you would want to use that color underneath. So we'll work on that green cup a little bit later. But for now, let's go ahead and work on the pink one and kind of see what we can do with it. Excuse me. Okay, so I've got my glitters ready to go. Got my little epoxy cup here. Let's go ahead and mix up some epoxy. So remember, guys, we were talking about as far as, yes, Jesse. Hey, Magda, how's it going? Hey, Liz. Great question. These just launched and they're only going to be glossy. When you guys look at the powder coated line, all of the powder coated cups are matte except for the 20 skinnies. Those ones are glossy. So right now, no. But again, that's a great place to put in that suggestion because matte colors are really cool looking too. So yeah, definitely try that out. And then, hey, there's my mom. Hey, mom. Said pink is your favorite. I understand. I have heard that before now. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up some epoxy, guys. I remember last week we were talking about depending on the ounces of your cup, like say this one, for instance, is 20 ounces. So when we're mixing up our epoxy, we'll want to do at least 20 mils of epoxy. Because I'm using epoxy as my adherent for the glitter, I'm gonna actually do a little bit more just to make sure that I have plenty. So let's go ahead and start measuring. I'm gonna do about 20 mils and 20 mils to make sure I have enough. So I'm using our Flo epoxy, which is a fast set epoxy. I have my gloves on, and if I were not doing a live right now, I'd also be wearing my respirator, but I'm in a very well ventilated room, lots of airflow. So we're good here, but definitely if you're doing this at home, make sure you're using your respirator as well. Okay, guys? So we're gonna do 30 mils of each. I have part A first. You go ahead and mix that in. And I know I said 20 earlier, but I'm only doing 30 because it is the lowest marking on this cup. So we'll do 30 and 30. Let's see. And then let me know, guys, if you have any questions with epoxy, if you've used this before, what you like about it, or if you've used it before and you don't like it, let me know what happened. But yeah, I would love to take those questions. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour my part B now. And I wanna do equal by volume, not by weight. So that's why I'm using these little lines here and not a scale. So it depends. But if you're using a fine glitter, you really don't need a whole lot of layers. You can probably get away with the one to catch the glitter and one to seal it. But with chunky, usually you're gonna wanna do at least 2 layers after the initial one. And that's just to get it smooth. Yeah. I told you could reach out if you had any questions. Hey Siri, set a timer for 3 minutes. Okay.
I thought I had it for sure after watching it so many times.
So, fun fact, guys, after the last live, Jesse enjoyed seeing the epoxy happen so much that he said, I'm going to do this at home. And I said, do you need any help? Do you want the instructions? He goes, no, I got it. You guys heard him just now, right? Boo, Jesse. That's right. There you go. So right now I'm going to go ahead and I'm mixing, guys, with our epoxy. The best way to mix it is thoroughly, not vigorously. You want to take your time, make sure you're scraping all the sides, getting all the bottom. The important thing is just to get the colors, not the colors, but get the two parts to mix together. The more quickly you stir, the more bubbles you will create. So just take your time. You don't want to make a bunch of bubbles you're going to have to deal with later. I understand. I understand. It happens. It's okay. Next time, Jesse. So for your next assignment. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep mixing. I did set my timer for 3 minutes. 3 minutes is usually how long I like to let this mix for. And then I'll let it set for a second and we'll start mixing it up on the tumbler. But yeah, so not too bad at all. But yeah, let me know if you guys have questions and I'm happy to help. Let's see. What do we think we should do with the colors? Should we do kind of like the diagonal ones like we did last time with the other cup? I think something like that would be kind of cool, right? Because everybody wants to use all of them. So I think we'll have to do something like that. That should be fun. And we're going to be using both the chunky glitters and some fine glitters as well. Let's see. I know for the colors, in case anyone is curious, this matches almost perfectly. This is Poppin' Pink. So that almost completely matches with the tumbler. This one was also really close to Flamingo. So it'd be a great base for it. And then for the yellow ones, Hello Sunshine, I feel like would be really nice. We just don't have it here. And then I've also got a Pot of Gold, which matched really well, both in the the chunky and the fine. But yeah. Okay, we're almost done. I feel like my 3 minutes is gonna be up soon. I can kind of tell too, because the colors look like they have mixed together. One of them is a little bit heavier than the other, and you can kind of really tell the difference between the two when you're mixing them. But yeah, this is looking really good. We'll probably have just a few moments left, and then our timer will go off. Let's see. I do also have a torch nearby, guys. I do recommend that for when you're mixing with epoxy. What it does is it just helps you eliminate any of those little bubbles. It also kind of liquefies the epoxy a little bit. So that way, if it's too thick and the bubbles are hiding beneath, it'll be able to let those rise a little bit better. Okay, we just had our timer go off. So now we have 15 minutes in which to put the epoxy somewhere. which is important to know if you're doing more than one project. Let's go ahead and we're going to start by just coating the tumbler. I'm going to go ahead and just do a little line right here. And then I'll turn on the machine and I'll start getting the whole thing coated, and then we'll move on to our glitters. Yes, Jesse?
I do have a comment that's kind of off topic.
Sure.
Well, your mom has to see my cup. I'll try to, I don't know if I took a video of it. I can next live, I guess. But what I was going to say is those cotton candy grapes should be a crime.
Why? Because they're delicious?
No, I don't know. That's so weird to me.
What's wrong with them?
I don't like it.
No? They taste too good?
It tastes like cotton candy.
Yeah. That's why they're called cotton candy grapes, Jesse. I did something nice, and I brought in fruits and snacks, and this is how Jesse acts. So we're glad you're here too, Jesse.
No, that's not what I meant. But the flavor is very odd to me.
It's good. Hater.
I was surprised how much it tastes like cotton candy, though. It's crazy. It's weird.
Did Danny tell you how he reacted?
Mm-hmm.
So I made him try one. I'm all, these are better than regular grapes. And he's like, why? Well, because they taste like cotton candy. And I gave one, he was just like, okay. He had no reaction. So I don't know, it might just be you, man. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm putting epoxy on the whole thing now, guys. I already did that little side that was showing on its own. So now I'm gonna go ahead and drip some epoxy on here. It's okay, some drips off. That's why I have my little mat underneath. I'm gonna go ahead and smooth it over the cup. What you're looking for is you want it to be at a point where basically it's kind of smooth on your glove. So if you're catching any roughness, anything like that, that means you need some more epoxy. So let's go ahead and pour a little bit more on here. I don't ever want to pour too much because it's much easier to add than it is to take away. So you want to start small and kind of work your way up. And again, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this epoxy is nice and smooth everywhere. And it does feel like it needs a bit more, but I want to kind of spread out what I have first before I add anything else. The nice thing too is when you use your torch, because it liquefies the resin, is it's actually going to go ahead and help you spread it a little bit better as well. Yes, Jesse?
So Karen said cotton candy is delicious. And then she also said he wants to eat the resin.
Who wants to eat the resin?
I don't know what that means. I don't know if she's referring to me, but I do not want to eat the resin.
Oh, okay. Maybe she's confused about what we're talking about. So we're talking about cotton candy grapes, not the cotton candy glitter that I have right next to me here. So if anyone's tried cotton candy grapes and you guys can vouch for what I'm saying, they're delicious and not weird, as Jesse has proposed.
I didn't say
Let
weird,
us know.
It's a crime.
It's a crime.
It's a crime.
I feel like that's worse than weird. Saying someone's weird and saying that they're a crime is much different. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit more. I felt like around the edges, it didn't feel super smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply a bit, and then I want to make sure I get epoxy on the bottom of the tumbler as well, because we want glitter everywhere, right? Okay. So we'll go ahead and just spread that all in.
So your mom said yum, and then
See?
Karen said, yeah, I thought you meant the glitter.
See, I knew it. I knew we lost someone somewhere. Karen, it's okay. Is it Karen Sinful Creations?
Yeah.
Today's her Monday, is what she told us. So we understand, Karen. You're fine. Don't worry. If we confuse you again, just let us know. It's probably our fault. You are amazing. Okay.
And Ryan said they are delicious. The kids go through them really fast.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. That's what I thought would happen here, but instead I hear they're a crime.
Actually, I had no idea that even existed.
Danny just
Oh, did you think I was just making things up?
You were making it up. Okay, sure.
But yeah, so they're real. Ryan has agreed with me. They're delicious. So that's that. All right. Okay. So I think I feel good about the amount of epoxy on here. So I'm going to take off my gloves for now because I will not be handling epoxy for the moment. I'm going to throw them in my little cup and just put that to the side. Okay. Now I want to go ahead and I'm going to use my torch, and I'm just going to go ahead and smooth out that resin on here. I'm going to make sure that there aren't any little bubbles. I do see a bunch of little tiny guys. What's cool is our resin is self-leveling. So give it enough time. They should pop and rise on their own. But again, you only have about 15-minute work time. So we're just going to make sure that this cup is as smooth as it can be before we go ahead and we add our glitter to it. Let me know if you guys have questions, whether they're about the grapes, the epoxy tumbler, whatever. Just go ahead and ask them.
But if anyone's wondering, Ryan said he gets them at Aldi.
Oh, yeah? That's cool. I hear that there are all these here now. I just haven't been to one yet. I saw the ads before I knew it was a thing.
I actually have been one. I didn't realize they were new, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Was it cool?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the experience?
The ads make it look cool. Or was it a crime?
It was not a crime. I actually liked it.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. What if I got grapes from there? Would that be okay? Okay.
It's a question.
All right.
If they're cotton candy grapes,
Definitely not. Okay. All right. And guys, thanks again for being here. We really appreciate you. You know how we are. We like to craft. We like to have a little fun while we're doing it. But if there's ever questions, just let us know. We're always happy to help along the way.
Fabulous Find said Sam exclamation point.
Hi, how's it going?
And then Karen asked if there's an Aldi in Florida. That I have no idea.
Oh, we can look it up. Let's use our resources, Jesse. The computer. No. All right. While that is turning, I'm going to go ahead and place a little bit of a parchment paper underneath here. Now I'm going to start with my pink glitters first. So I think I want to do this darker pink because I'm really curious as to see how this looks. Because this is a chunky glitter, I'm going to go ahead and use the pour top side and not the fine side because I find like the chunky pieces don't come out.
So Karen, what part of Florida are you in?
Yeah, they actually do have them in Florida. And then your mom said they have one down the street.
That's cool.
And Ryan said they have wine and special holiday treats in theirs.
Ryan, why do you think I want to know about wine? Don't judge me.
Alright, you guys got me hungry.
You need some grapes? All right, so again, guys, I am doing a fun little diagonal pattern here where it just kind of goes across. I think someone told us what this was called last time, a constellation tumbler or something like that. But I don't quite remember. If you were the one, remind us. We're happy to call it the right name. We just don't remember. But yeah, I feel like this is a great start. I like the way this color looks. I think it really goes well on that tumbler, and it definitely hides the background. So that's super neat. Let's see if there's anywhere else I want to add some more glitter. I think I'm going to move on to my next color very soon here. Okay. Yeah, this is looking good, guys. Cool. Okay, so I do want to leave room for the other 3 colors. So I'll stop with that there. Now I am going to go ahead. I'm not going to save the glitter this time because I only have a few pieces of parchment paper and it's got epoxy stuck to the back of it anyway. So we're just going to let it ride. Because, I mean, there's another thing you can do of just mixing everything together and then using that for the bottom. So I think we'll do that today. Yes, Jesse?
So Ryan says it looks like a strawberry flavored candy cane. And then Karen said it would look like a Milky Way if you add white resin to it.
It would. That'd be really cool.
And then Magically Resin said, hello, friends.
Hello. How's it going? Good to see you. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and just add some color to this. Again, I'm doing the cotton candy right now. So this is a fine glitter. So I'm going to use this actually to absorb all of the any bald spots that I see in the other color as well. But this matches so well that you can barely see it on here. All you really see is the shine that's left behind from the color. But yeah, this looks great. Big fan of this color combo. So thank you, Jesse, for making me do the pink tumbler.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, but yeah, this is looking good. We got 2 more colors to fill the space here. So I'll start adding those in just a moment. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Does this look cool? Are we doing all right here? How's that showing up on the screen? Good?
Magically Resin said it's gorgeous.
Awesome, thank you.
It's showing up really good on the camera, though.
Great. Cool. Yeah, I really like how this is blending together. And I think doing every other of the chunky and the fine and then just using the fine to kind of fill in the gap and create that fade is probably really smart. So that's what we're doing right now. Yeah, that looks great. I'm going to move on to the next color I have, which is going to be the pot of gold. So we're going to use this one, which was again intended for the yellow tumbler, but we want to see some color varieties in our life. So that's what we're doing right now. So we're going to go ahead and start adding this in. I'm going to start right where that cotton candy left off and just fill it in. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is looking great. I like the addition of this color to it. What do we think, guys? That's pretty nifty, huh? Let's see. Whoopsies. What's nice too is if you have the little glitter catch, you can always just save your glitter, put it back in your bottle for later. Definitely gonna save you some money on glitter supplies, which is nice. Yeah, this is looking good.
A couple questions.
Sure.
Epoxy Bro join. What's up, Carlos?
Hey, Carlos.
And then Magically Resin is asking, what kind of resin are you using?
That's a great question. We're actually using our Flopoxy from MakerFlo. So it's a fast set epoxy. I love it for tumblers because it is dry to the touch within 2 to 4 hours. And then it's fully cured within 24. Yes, Jesse?
It looks like she does a lot with epoxy and glitter and resin.
That's awesome.
So you should try it out.
Yeah, Magically Resin. Where are you located? Just out of curiosity. Oh, and then Tupperka says, I love this technique, faster and saves material.
Right? Isn't that great? I mean, honestly, for people that are trying to save a little bit of time and, resources and, everything, this is perfect. So we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and add the yellow now. That'll be our next color. Let me take this little earplug out though, because there's something in my ear, very loud playing, Jesse.
Oh.
Sorry. Let me go ahead and just, that threw me for a second, sorry. Let me just keep adding our glitter as we go. And yeah, these are adding together really nicely. I like the way that these work. Yeah, that's great. What do we think, guys? Pretty awesome. So I just have to kind of finish right over here. It looks like I have a lot of space. I kind of want to add more of the pink there though. Let me add this cotton candy to the mix here. Yeah, there we go. I would like to ask the resin person, they said they're from Texas?
Yes, that was a Magically Resin.
Okay.
She's also the live host for Promise Epoxy.
Awesome. I will say, I know that sometimes humidity can be an issue with epoxy. Ours is no different, but if it's ever something you want to try, just let us know. Maybe you'll find yourself a sample sent your way. We'll see. Let me go ahead and just add the rest of this yellow in to finish making my little color combo. I wanted to add that sliver of pink in there just because I thought it was getting too yellow in that area. But yeah, I think it looks really good now. And I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You can add as much or as little color as you want. It's really up to you. But what do we think, guys? I feel like this is pretty solid. We just need to get the bottom of it now. We like it? Okay, so what I'm going to do next, so I'm going to use all of this to try to make a little funnel of glitter. Okay, so I'm just going to actually pour this onto my other parchment paper because this one has resin all over it and it's going to be hard to work with. So I'll just put that right back there. Perfect. And then this I can actually use to sprinkle onto the base of my tumbler, right? Because we don't want to leave this little bottom part empty. So I'm going to go ahead and, no, I don't know if that's going to work. Let's see. Let's see how we can creatively do this. Okay, I got some on there. Yep, here we go. That's looking pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to try to show you guys the bottom of this when I can. But this is a pretty neat and not so bad technique because I'm catching all of my glitter that's left behind and I'm getting pretty solid results on the bottom here. Let's see, we'll do one more and then it's completely coated. There we go. Perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, that looks really cool. Let me see if I can show you guys a little bit of it. No, I can't. So that was going to have to be an after the live thing. It just doesn't turn that way. But let me move this stuff out of the way and I might be able to show you a little bit better. But yeah, it actually looks super neat. I'm going to use this to go ahead and push this down a little bit. Because like with epoxy, whenever you're using that chunky glitter, you really want to make sure that it is stuck to your cup. Otherwise, like Jesse was saying, you'll have to do layers upon layers to get it to sit right. But we're going to do this one here, and I think it should be good to go after it's coated. So yeah, here we go. Make sure that's nice and covered. Okay, cool. All right, so that looks good. And then I'm going to use a glove to tap it in place. You can also use parchment paper too. It really depends on what tools you have available to you. Yes, Jesse.
Loving it so far. It's very skillfully done.
Thank you. I try.
And that was from Magically Resin.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, this looks really cool. And then I'm gently pushing the big pieces down. As you see, I don't really have a lot on my glove because I'm being really gentle about it. So as long as you're not making an indent and you're encouraging the glitter to lay flat, you're good to go. So yeah, that looks great. I love how it sits around the cup. I don't really see anything sticking up. Let's see. Yeah. So we're about ready to move back to our other cup that we did last week. So I'm going to get this out of the way and show you guys what we've done so far. And I will say this that's left behind, those look really pretty together. So if you like the color combination you have left in your glitter catch, there's no reason to throw that away. You can always save that for later. So yeah, just kind of food for thought. So we're going to fold this and save it for later. Maybe for me to throw some on Jesse's desk. I'm not sure yet what I want to do with it.
Please do not do that. I work very hard to keep glitter out of my workspace.
Noted. It's going on your desk. Excellent. Okay, cool. So let me move all of this stuff out of the way. And then we'll work on our next cup. All right, as everyone knows, glitter loves to make a mess. Yes, Jesse?
So Magically Resin asked, do we carry the glitter too?
Yeah, great question. So these are all from MakerFlo, all the glitters that we use today. So they're going to come in big bottles like this. We used a bit of the glitter today, and you can barely tell that any came out. They they last for quite a while. But yeah, they're 2 ounces and they're pretty full. These are going to be the chunky ones as well, so you can kind of see what they all look like.
Yeah, I think there's 55 fine and there's 30 something chunky.
There's a lot of really awesome glitters on the site.
Over 80 glitters.
And I know that the prices have been recently, well, not super recently, but they were reduced not too long ago, and they're very affordable. So yeah, definitely check those out. Okay, I'm gonna move my little glitter mess to my next tumbler, or my next victim, whatever you want to call it. And I'll set that down there. And let's move this to the side. Okay, so don't mind me, guys. I'm switching out. And maybe I can show you too the bottom of this. Yeah, okay, see that, guys? Doesn't that look cool? I love the way the bottom looks with all the mixed colors together. But yeah, okay, awesome. So I'm gonna move that out of the way and bring in my new project. So we're gonna do a couple things depending on time, but we'll start with one thing, and that is we're gonna apply some little flowers to this guy, because why not, right? Yes, Jesse.
So Carriard said, Sam, what's left, you can add the rest to the glass and it helps with the degradation or degradation.
Yeah, you definitely can. I think with the way that it looks right now, I like it. I'm not gonna add anything to it. And I moved all of the paper out of the way, so not today, but maybe some other time for sure. Okay, so does this look okay, guys? Can you see everything all right?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, cool. So now I have my tumbler from last week. Now remember, guys, the reason why we did this tumbler was this was actually an engraving fail. So we were engraving and then it fell off the table and they're like, well, what can we do with it? We can save with epoxy. So all we did was we sanded it lightly, covered it in resin, and then covered it in glitter. And this was just one coat too. We still have 10 minutes. So I think I'm just gonna do one of the little flowers that I had in mind and then potentially try to coat it in resin. We'll see how we do though. All right, so I grabbed these little flower packs. These are available on the site. What I'm gonna do with this is I'm just gonna place, maybe I'll do 1 or 2 on this tumbler, but I'm gonna use UV resin to place them so that I can still coat them with epoxy when I'm done. So let's use, I like the blue flower. Okay, first I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna add a little bit of UV resin where I want that flower to live. So I'm just gonna put a little drop right there. Yes, Jesse?
How did you achieve that color?
This color? So this is one of our signature glitters colors. So this is actually our Northern Lights, and I did chunky and the fine version. So this is just 2 different versions of Northern Lights. But yeah, so let's add a little flower there, right? Maybe let's add one more over here. We could probably even do a little trail of them. And what I'll do is I'll cure them into place and then we're gonna coat them with epoxy shortly. I'm leaving enough enough resin on here to make sure that they do really stick. You wanna make sure the flower is saturated, otherwise it's not gonna stay when you go back with epoxy. So it just depends on what you're kind of looking to get out of it. Let's see.
There were our glitters. We sell this glitter as well. It's Northern Lights.
Perfect. So I've got 2 little flowers right there. I'm gonna grab my flashlight. I'm gonna cure these just enough to get them to stick. Yes, Jesse.
And then Jocelyn said she loves those flowers.
Aren't they cool? And I thought it'd be neat to kind of add them into what we've already done. And it's something that we haven't technically done on a live here before. So I figured it'd be a fun little thing to add. Yes, Jesse.
I was just gonna give a heads up. Our Instagram has been getting shut down at 1 hour. So if it ends abruptly, that is why.
Good call, Jesse.
It just randomly cuts off. It's because Instagram is blocking us.
Good call, Jesse. Okay.
And jump over to TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
If
we
you
don't
guys
have
get
TikTok.
booted, just jump to TikTok.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish this at least coating for sure for you guys today. All right, so I've got just a couple flowers on so far. Let's add a few more. Yes, Jesse.
And then a sapphire wolf on TikTok said that's really pretty.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it. We try to bring you guys something fun and new and crafty, but we run out of ideas sometimes too. So feel free to drop us a hint of what you'd like to see next. We have a whole live page that's kind of just dedicated to this, to what we do here with you guys. So you can always drop a comment there. Let us know what you want to see, even on any of our reposts too. Just tell us and we'll remember, we'll check it out. But yeah, I'm using our UV resin to go ahead and get these flowers to stick into place. Once they're stuck on, I'll move on. But yeah, our UV resin, our UV flashlight, and our little flower pack just to make this a little extra fun. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna turn it a little bit more. Yes, Jesse.
My friend Emily joined.
Is that Ami Creations?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Good to see you.
And then Magically Resin says this has a very flowers in the grass kind of feel.
Doesn't it? I mean, I didn't know what I was going for at first, but that's kind of where it went. So I'm glad you enjoy it. But yeah, I'm having some fun with this. But yeah, and there's no right or wrong way to do this, guys. This is just an example to kind of show you what can be done. And again, this was our new 20-ounce powder-coated skinny tumbler in green that is color blending so well with this Northern Lights. I almost forgot it for a second. Let's see. So that's what I've done so far, just so you guys can kind of get an idea. So we added all those little flowers. Not too bad, right? Let's add a couple more over here. Yes, Jesse.
So Sapphire Wolf, hold on just 1 second. What did
Sure.
she say? I lost her comment. She said John was actually the one that got her into sublimation. She really loves our our products, and she's a customer for life.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, Sapphire.
And then
That's really cool.
Magically Resin said, "Wow, great selection of products."
Thank you. We try. We really try. I'm not sure if you've heard of MakerFlo before, but the mission that we have here is just to really provide not only the products, but the help for the products. So the purpose of doing these lives that we're doing right now is just to show you kind of how you can work with all the products. So if there's ever something where you're, man, that looks cool, what do I do with it? The lives are a great opportunity for us to talk to you about it. Yes, Jesse.
She might not be able to use our epoxy, but I feel like she could use a lot of our other products,
Awesome.
like the flowers and glitters and,
Yeah.
and molds and all that good stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun
Seashells,
stuff.
Gemstones.
There you go. We all have the little beach things too.
Yeah.
Those are all pretty neat. But yeah, lots of fun products here. So definitely check them out. I'm going to just add a few more little flowery pieces there. And then I think I have room for one more white flower down toward the bottom. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to coat this in epoxy. Yes, Jesse.
So maybe you're familiar with, I'm not familiar with who Sapphire Wolf is. We
Uh-huh.
are friends with her on TikTok, and
Mhm.
she said that you actually taught her how to tape the sub cup, Sam.
Oh, that's awesome. So we might have met like at a Pinners or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying.
That's
your
really
name,
cool.
Sapphire?
Thanks for coming back here and chatting with us. We appreciate it. Let's see. We're going to add one more flower. I want to do it toward the bottom here. I think. Yeah, I want one right here. So let's go ahead and just do a little bit more UV resin. We'll place that flower, and then we're going to go ahead and do our epoxy. Let's see. There we go. Boom. Okay, cool. And what's neat too is this isn't the only little flower set that we have. There's also one with little mini flowers that would probably look great on this. Just a whole little line of them, you know? But this is like a sample set basically. So this has like a couple of the big flowers and then, you know, foliage, of course, and then a couple of fun different colors. Yes, Jesse.
A couple things.
Sure.
Your mother said it's super cute.
Thank you.
Magically Resin said, I had been following you but wasn't super familiar. And she said she would love that. She would like to chat afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. Just send us a DM. Me and Jesse and Danny, the three of us here, we handle all of the social platforms. So if you reach out, one of us is going to get your message and we'll go from there. But yeah, we'd love to chat with you.
And then Sapphire Wolf said her first pinners you taught her.
Awesome. Awesome. I knew it was
Where?
which pinner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was it?
I tried to ask her what her name was too, to see if it.
And was
Jog
Jesse
your
there?
memory. No, I was not. Oh, yeah, maybe.
You went to some of them,
I
Jesse.
went to a lot of them.
Yeah. All right. So I've got this one all coated with my flowers. I'm going to let it just spin so you guys can kind of see where everything lined up. I'm going to put on some fresh gloves. And if Jesse allows it, we're going to mix up some epoxy and pour it on there. What do you think, Jesse?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up?
I'll allow it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I was there, I guess. And Dallas, Fort Worth.
Fort Worth. Okay, cool.
Dallas, Fort Worth? Yeah, yeah.
Was that, I wonder if that was our first Fort Worth where they made where a lot of our team went and greeted them at the doors of VIP? Because that was Fort Worth for sure.
She said 3 years ago, I think.
Yep, that was it.
And, her name is Rachel.
Oh, it's good to see you, Rachel. Thanks for coming here and chatting with us. We really appreciate it. And I mean, I hope you are happy to see some familiar faces because we stuck around. All right. Now I'm going to mix up my epoxy. Now with this, because it's being the round that we use to coat the actual tumbler, we're going to do a little bit more. So remember how I said you want to do about the same amount of mils as ounces? So this is a 20-ounce cup, so you do 20 mils. But for this one, because we want it to fully saturate the glitter, we're hoping to not do another layer. We're going to do at least 30 and 30 just to make sure we have plenty. I always recommend too to keep a mold set nearby, something like that. So if you have any unused epoxy, you just pour it right into some molds and continue crafting. So let's go ahead and bust out our epoxy. Yes, Jesse.
Magically Resin is in Dallas as well.
Awesome. We got a lot of Dallas tuning in. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. I hope it's not humid over there right now because it was warm when we went last time. But we were in Grapevine, I want to say. So not too far out of there.
For 2 weeks ago that we were there,
Yeah.
I don't think it was that bad.
I disagree with you.
The day it rained really hard,
Mm-hmm.
like I walked out and my glass was fogged up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That day was bad because like
Yeah.
it had just rained really hard, but the rest of the days they were nice.
The way I know is I curl my hair, as you guys have seen on some of these lives. And I curled my hair that day. And normally it can last for 2 days. And I just got done telling my roommate Liz how it lasts for 2 days. I walked outside just flat because that's what the weather does. Yes, Jesse.
So Sapphire World Rachel said, I love watching the live. She just doesn't usually talk.
Aw, well, we're glad you're chatting with us. Don't ever feel like you shouldn't. And if there are days you don't want to talk, you don't have to. But they're more fun for us when we get people to talk too.
Yeah, it is. And then Texas was pretty nice today. It
That's
was a very
great.
mild summer.
Good. Glad to hear it. For anyone who didn't catch the first round of the epoxy mixing, we're doing same parts, like equal parts by volume, not by weight. So you want to make sure you're pouring the correct amount. Hey Siri, set a timer for 3 minutes. Okay, so we're mixing this for 3 minutes. Again, you want to mix it thoroughly, not vigorously. Take your time with it and really just make sure you're scraping the sides, getting the bottom, and just really mixing the two parts together. Again, this is a fast set epoxy, so with the work time, you only have about 15 minutes from when you've mixed it, and then after that, it's going to start curing pretty quick. It is dry to the touch, typically within 2 to 4 hours. 4 if you're scared, 2 if you are nervous. Like I always just kind of run my finger through it just to find out. As long as you don't just stick it in place, you're good. Just run with a tumbler and you have a little bit more leeway. Yes, Jesse?
So Rachel said she believes the first pinners we had a meet and greet at a Western place after
Yes.
the pinners event.
Because we worked with V's crew. So we actually, it's funny you mentioned that because we actually ran into Veronica again this year when we went to Texas. She was kind enough to help us get rid of a lot of things that we could not fly back with us, such as snacks, drinks, all that jazz. Yes, Jesse?
Well, here, this one should boost your ego, Sam.
Huh.
Magically Resin said, you are a very good live host. I was the social media team lead for Craft Resin for years and never had anyone as skilled as you are. This is one of the best I have seen.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm blushing. You can't see it because I'm on the little camera right now. But thank you guys. I really appreciate. Oh, okay, Jesse. No, I really appreciate it, guys. You know, none of us are experts by any means here, but we're all people who love what we do and are lucky enough to get to do it at work. So we appreciate you and thank you for the compliment. Yes, Jesse.
Sumo Cat Creation said, it's looking great. How much resin do you use per tumbler?
Hey, Melina. Great question. This is actually one of my friends who was with me this Sunday. So she did the monster market with me. Melina and Victor, they're both super cool people, but they make really neat bags. I've showed you guys both the bags before, I think, too. But great question.
We lost Instagram.
That's okay. People who are still listening to me, you guys won. You're on TikTok. For anyone who got booted, I hope you move over to TikTok. But yeah, so Melina, great question. I know you were on Instagram, but I'll answer it anyway. You want to use about the same amount of mil for ounces as you do for the tumbler. So we're doing basically 20-ounce tumbler. You want to use 20 mils technically. Unless you're doing your thicker layers, you do a little bit more. But yeah. All right, and this is just about mix, so we're at a good time. I'll go ahead and start pouring it over just so you guys kind of see how it works. And then, yeah, yes, Jesse.
It's a couple things. We have a couple people jumping over to TikTok.
Awesome.
NY Creations did, Karen did, and then Rachel said, I always tell people where I get a ton of my items from, especially tumbler blanks.
Awesome, thank you. We appreciate that. And yeah, definitely make sure you're tagging us too. We love to see those finished creations. If you have any questions, problems along the way, we're happy to hear that too. We always want to help out. And if there's something that doesn't work with the product, we want to hear it because why would we want to use products that don't work, right? And we definitely don't want you that way. So we did go ahead and mix this. My timer just went off. I'm going to go ahead and coat it and show you how to carefully do it over the flowers. So we're going to go ahead and do similar to what we've been doing before. We're going to go ahead and do little lines of epoxy, nice and thin. You don't want to oversaturate it too much. You start small and you add from there. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and gently rub these in over the flowers. And then once it comes back to me, yep, here we go. So just gently, because you don't want to brush off the little leaves or anything like that yet. We got most of it to stick with the UV resin, so we don't have to worry about them moving or sliding. You just want to be gentle as you go over them because they're real flowers. And then we're gonna keep saturating. Here we go. It's looking really great so far. And then what happens from here, just so you guys know, it depends on how it feels once it's dry. So if in 4 hours it feels nice and smooth, then just wait that full 24 for it to be fully cured, for all that degassing, everything. But you could be good to go at that point. If it is still a little bit, not smooth, or it has little sharp points, anything like that, you just want to give it a quick sanding, clean off that sanding, and then from there, you can actually go ahead and do another coat of epoxy. And then depending on how uneven or how sharp it was, you might be good to go at that point. But at the very least, or the very worst, you might need another layer. Just depends. But yeah, it's already starting to look really shiny again. The flowers are getting coated nice and evenly. What do we think, guys?
It's good.
Doesn't like it. And then Rachel says she does tag. She hasn't posted in a bit due to live events, but
Okay.
she will be soon.
Excellent. We'll look forward to that. And thank you. We appreciate you.
And then another question: why
Sure.
do you drizzle your epoxy over the cup like that?
I like to just do a little bit at a time, honestly. I feel like less is more, and it's easier to add more than it is to take away. So I start just kind of with a little bit at a time. I don't like to waste the epoxy and like have a lot of it dripping off the tumbler. So that's kind of why I just drizzle like that. But definitely let me know if you have a better technique or something that works better for you. I'd love to hear that as well. Just for me, it helps me to kind of make sure that I'm not over pouring. All right, and then yeah, this is looking really great. I don't think I need much more. I'm just gonna keep making sure it's nice and smooth. Again, what you're looking for is for your glove to be able to glide over the tumbler. If it's sticking anywhere, that means you need a little bit more. So there's a few parts where it's sticking, but in general, it's working pretty well. So I'm just gonna get those sticky parts in just a moment, and then I think we're good on this tumbler. We'll just go ahead and throw a little heat gun over it and call it a day. There we go. What do you think, guys? Nice and shiny?
Yeah, it's starting to shine.
Do the flowers add a good touch?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yeah, I like the little flowers.
Yeah. This was improvised today, guys. So just goes to show you, if there is a will, there is a way. Why not have some fun with it, right? I want to say I've even seen people draw flowers onto them before and then coat it with epoxy after. Like there's so many things you can do.
What are they easy to draw?
I want to say they use paint markers. Do you guys remember like those really big flowers someone was doing? Was it Holly? I don't remember who was doing it. Let's see. And then I'm just going to do a little bit more just to really make sure, because again, this is the layer that is sealing in your glitter. So your hope after this is that it's nice and smooth and that you don't have any glitter peeking through, and you won't have any glitter on your hands after this when you touch it. But yeah, yes, Jesse.
So Joe said it looks great.
Thank
Rachel
you.
said she would love to see you do a peekaboo.
Awesome.
And then Karen said acrylic markers.
There we go.
And Joe said acrylic paint as well.
There we go. Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so we've got some people who have clearly already tried it and know what to do, so that's awesome. But yeah, definitely, I know we've done a peekaboo. I think we've attempted one in the past. But yeah, that's a great thought. Jesse, if you wouldn't mind noting that, maybe I'll practice that over the weekend and make it happen. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, this is looking really good. I feel pretty confident about how this is spread out. I'm just running my finger over it one last time to check for smoothness. Once it feels good to me, I'm gonna run my little torch over it just to make sure that there's no excessive bubbles or anything like that. But in general, I think we nailed it, guys. Yeah, the bottom's nice and coated too. You do want to kind of run your finger over the very edge just to make sure that you don't have any uneven edges. But yeah, that's looking pretty good to me. All right, so I'm gonna take off my gloves and I'm gonna go ahead and just hit it with the torch a little bit just to make sure. For anyone who didn't hear me kind of talking about this earlier, with the torch, the reason why I'm doing this is just a couple of things. One, our epoxy is very viscous. So what that means is it's pretty thick. So you want to make sure that you're smoothing it out as best you can. And then on top of this, when you use your torch, it's going to liquefy the resin a little bit. So it's going to make it thinner. So that's going to help it kind of really, as it's rotating, fall where it needs to go and make sure it's laying nice and flat. So I'm going to do just a little bit more just to make sure. But to me, this looks pretty great. Close up, you can kind of see the little bubbles like pop before your eyes, which is really neat. But yeah, in general, I don't think this has shifted much. I think everything looks really nice and even. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it looks good so far.
Yeah?
And then, yeah, everybody loves it.
That's it. So for this one, guys, it might be done. All that it needs at this point is about those 4 hours to make sure that it's nice and dry. And then at that point, you can kind of feel it. And if it needs to be sanded and, run with another layer, go ahead. Otherwise, it's good to go. You just want to go ahead and get your little razor and make sure you're cleaning out the inside of your tumbler as well. But yeah, that's it, guys. We coated a brand new tumbler. We worked on an existing tumbler from the past that used to be an engraving fail and turned it into a beautiful flowery constellation. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We'll be back again Tuesday with another live for you next week. On top of that, at the end of the month, the final Thursday, we have an exciting live with the guys coming up. So we'll be doing a podcast with them. This will be episode 3, episode 4?
4.
We're on episode 4 already, guys. If you've slept on those first 3 episodes, don't worry. They're on our YouTube. They're on Spotify. They're on Apple as well. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So make sure you check out those 3. One more coming up your way. And then next month, we are looking forward to another all Spanish live for my Spanish speakers. Make sure you're tuning in there. And let's really make that a success and support everyone. Yes, Jesse?
Last couple comments.
Sure.
Karen said, yes, ma'am. Pops bubbles. Rachel said, my favorite type of peekaboos are glitter-based, alcohol, ink, wood grain over the top, and I get creative. Your mom said she loves it. Karen says, very pretty. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, guys, we heard you. 1 peekaboo coming right up.
1 peekaboo.
It's going to be 3 weeks of epoxy, all right? I hope you guys don't get sick of it. But thanks again for tuning in. We always love crafting with you guys, and we appreciate your support. Yes, Jesse?
Sorry, actual last comment. Joe said we should be there on Monday.
Awesome. Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks again, guys. Really, really awesome having you all here. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate just the fact that you guys tune in. So thanks again, and we'll see you soon. And until then, those new 20 skinnies tomorrow. So make sure you've got your alarm set like Ryan does. Don't let him take them all. And we'll see you soon. Stay crafty, guys.
Stay crafty.